What's up guys, Duarte here with another Marvel Strike Force video, and in this video we are going to talk once again about the Web Warriors, and we are going to take a look at new footage of this team on Doom 2.3, so Doom 2 difficulty 3, and instead of Anti-Venom like I used the last time, we are going to use Scream, which was a character that I wanted to actually use on this team. And I want to clarify why I have problems gearing up Miles, and why I definitely don't want to do it, even that you guys say it's very nice and so on, so I might give him a chance eventually. There are a few characters that I want to gear up first, one of them Wolverine, the second one the T'Challa Star-Lord. Those are my priorities right now. And then maybe we'll focus on Miles. But many content creators, you guys watch them as well as I do, and the gear crunch is real, especially on the catalysts, not only for the teal gear, but these ones, you know, the superior basic catalysts. It has been terrible to farm these items. I farm them every single day and I never have enough. Recently I got 720 and they disappear right away as I got them, so it's terrible, and you have to be very careful with the characters that you are going to invest in. This is why I'm definitely not going to invest any orange gear on Spider-Punk, and Miles I will do it, but very slowly. Now the reason why I don't like Miles, it's because of his kit. His kit is not so great in my opinion, so we are going once again to go through his kit. Ultimate applies disrupt to multiple targets, very long cooldown. That's nice, that's not terrible, but if you are not using the full Web Warriors team, the price of these abilities, the cooldown, becomes a huge problem. Then you have a single target damage on the special. The special, it has a great ability. This ability is great, turn rewind and prolong the negative effects by 1. It's amazing, but it's for situations like RTA, Arena or Battle Tower. In those specific game modes, this ability is great. For raids and for Dark Dimension, this ability is not good. It's 100% trash, because there are way too many enemies, and the effects that you can do, it's nice, but it's like against Doctor Doom or something like this. Against other kind of targets is not good. And then his basic attack does single target damage, so he is not a good source of damage, especially because the passive of Spider-Man, OG Spider-Man, is not working. It seems that you guys don't understand this, but look, speed 122, but he goes after Miles because his real speed is 116. And this is because of the T4, the T4 is bugged, he's not getting this 5% extra speed. So yeah, Miles only single target damage with the basic, with a special and the ultimate very long cooldown. Now, your guys were telling me that whenever a character dodges, that you will give speed up to that specific character. You know, it's not to the entire team, it's to that specific character. But OG Spider-Man, he already gives speed up, offense up and all those buffs whenever a negative effect is applied to an enemy. So we have a lot of redundancy here, and there is another problem. The more times you slow the enemy, the more times you stun the enemy, the more times you turn rewind the enemy, the less likely is this ability going to trigger. If you are preventing the enemies from having their turns, it will be less likely for you for this ability to activate, and this is why I prefer to apply negative effects and get positive effects for my team out of those negative effects, rather than focusing on the dodges. You don't want to use the dodges and the evades, you want to save them as long as possible for when it's necessary. Then he applies defense down on turn to a single target. I mean, we have so many defense downs, do we really need this? No, it's not important. So yeah, it has some use out of his ultimate, and it has some use out of his isolate attack, but outside of these two abilities, this character is not good. You might be a fan of this guy from the PlayStation games or whatever, but in Marvel Strike Force, unfortunately, he's not a good character, and the rework that he had on his kit was almost meaningless. So yeah, like I'm trying to convince myself to invest in this character, but I really don't want to invest on this character. More isolate brawler, I don't want. I have other characters that are also brawlers that I want to focus on. Moon Knight, White Tiger, Wolverine, those are important characters. Miles is not important character, and I don't want to do it. I will do it very, very slowly. And it's only because I have 5 red stars on him, otherwise I would not even bother. And like I'm explaining why these abilities are not good. Now we are going to take a look at footage of me playing on Doom 2.3, and we are going to take a look at the footage of Mobile Gamer also doing 2.3. His web warriors are way stronger than mine in terms of yellow stars and red stars. I thought about using the footage from Philosopher, but I thought it was so bad that I decided to use the one from Mobile Gamer. I think it's a lot better. And we are going to compare the two teams. Mine using Scream and he is using Miles. And just to take a look at my Scream, she's already geared up. That's already something beneficial for me, because I don't have to invest more on her. She already has the isolate, she already has the gear, she already has the T-Force, so there is nothing to worry about. If she does as good or better than Miles, I have no reason to invest on him. Unfortunately, I have her still at level 83, but this is something that I will fix soon. And if you are using her on the web warriors with all the raiders, you might as well use her as a striker, but this is if you can afford the isolate change. For me, I'm not gonna change it because I'm trying to save as much as possible for the upcoming characters and for the next patches and so on. And in terms of damage output, Scream is way better. She also has a lot more control. She can remove positive effects from the enemies with the basic and with a special, and she can also turn rewind and apply disrupt on the enemies like Miles does. And the best part is that she also gives speed up for 2 turns, not only 1 turn, it's for 2 turns for Symbiote Spider-Man, which is a problem that he has when he's with the other web warriors, is that he's just way too slow and he doesn't perform as good as he should be. Okay, so with all that said, I hope I really explain why I don't like Miles. His kit is trash in this game. It's not my fault, it's the kit. I'm just trying to show you. The kit is amazing, once again, for Arena, for RTA, for Alliance Wars, matches that are short and you can get a lot of crowd control to the enemies, so they don't benefit a lot. But when you have multiple raids, multiple waves of enemies, it's not as relevant. So that's why no one considers Miles for Dark Dimension, because he's not good there. And the raids is a small version of Dark Dimension. So the same mindset applies to it. Okay, so let's take a look at the footage and see how exactly Miles and Scream compare to each other. Okay, so let's take a look at these videos, and I don't want to put OMG on the spot, Mobile Gamer. I don't want to put him on the spot, I don't want to call him out. I just want us to take a look at the difference between using Miles and using Scream. Not only in terms of speed, but also in terms of negative effects, in terms of the survivability of our team, and how easy we deal with different situations, or with the same situations on with the two different teams. Okay, so let's get started. The videos are both running at the same speed, at 175, so a little bit faster than normal. And he's in terms of the power, the team is similar, but he has more yellow stars on Ghost Spider and on Scarlet Spider than I have. And I guess I have a stronger Scream than he has on Miles. That's not, I'm not 100% sure, but yeah. So as you can see, we have a lot more negative effects already on the enemies. We have a lot more bleeds than he has. And in terms of healing, we are doing fine. And as soon as we get some kills, so now we just kill someone, we kill Doctor Strange, we get speed up on Scream and also on Symbiote Spider-Man. Now, because Miles does mostly single target damage, Scream will always output more damage than he is able to. Okay, so we have 4 enemies left. OMG still has 5. He does some damage to Vision, Vision dodges, and we are finishing off Emma Frost and also the first Lady Electro. Vision used his ultimate, removed some positive effects from us. This was a mistake from my part, I should have get rid of Vision, but as you can see he's dodging quite a lot. Now OMG is already on the second wave and I just started the second wave, so let's see if I can catch up or not. He's using full cooldowns. I'm still trying to save my cooldowns because I like to be prepared for the next waves. And that's pretty much it. So he's facing 3 enemies now, we are still facing 6. So let's see if he can still catch up. I ability block Black Bolt because he can destroy us just with his special, so we have to pay attention to that. We want to avoid that kind of situations. So now OMG is facing Black Bolt on his own and we still have 3. He's done with the first node and we are still finishing off. We are at 1 minute and 40 seconds, so we are a little bit behind, but once again, like if I would change Scream to Striker and if I would get her to level 85, she would do a little bit better. Okay, so we are going to start the second node. We are kinda at the same time. Mine is loading, he's loading as well, so we started exactly at the same time. So he's going to start with the Disrupt on Kingpin. He applies the ability block on Phyla-Vell. Mine or was resisted or I didn't have the cooldown or whatever, but I have the second stun, so that's fine. Here I turn rewind the enemies with Scream, that's always very helpful. One reason because we cleared the positive effects from the enemies, the defense up especially, but also because we are applying slow for 2 turns and turn rewind. Every time we are applying negative effects, we are getting positive effects onto the web warriors that we have on the team. Okay, so in terms of progress, I already destroyed Graviton, I already destroyed Crossbones, he's on his knees, and I'm already on the second wave. OMG is still on the first. Here, because of Scream, I'm able to remove the offense up from Moon Knight and also from White Tiger, which is very helpful. And now because we saved all the cooldowns and we have those additional bleeds from Scream, we are going to spread all of that. And then we have tons of bleeds everywhere and the enemies will start falling off from those bleeds. So we are almost on the same scenario. I still don't have those 2 additional Phyla-Vells. He already has both of them at the same time. That can be a little bit of a problem if you don't have enough stuns and control on that. Moon Knight on both of the scenarios applied negative effects to us, but OMG had more dodges, so he was able to prevent some of those negative effects. And now we are just waiting for those bleeds to tick off in order for us to finish off the node. We are both at 1 minute 30 seconds, around that. So let's see if I can finish off. Okay, so OMG is already having some problems, and this is from the lack of crowd control from his team. He has the double stun, but he doesn't have the turn rewind, and if you cannot remove the positive effects, that's going to be a problem as well. And also the additional speed up on the team definitely helps. So I'm already done, so let's wait now for the last node. We are already waiting for OMG. I think he's not going to be able to finish off, that he has to double tap, and yeah, this is a problem with the web warriors. Once again, his Scarlet Spider is way bigger than mine. He's 3 yellow stars, 3 red stars, and the Ghost Spider is 5 yellow, 3 red. Mine is just 3 red. Okay, so he finished off. So now we are going to the boss. I'm going to do the beginning of the boss and he's going to do the end of the boss. The beginning of the boss is a little bit problematic because we have to deal with the Doctor Doom and so on. So yeah, let's see if we can start at the same time. I think I have a little bit faster loadings than him, so we'll start exactly at the same time. Okay, so I already started, and here I have to be honest, I had a problem. I didn't knew that Red Guardian would be able to destroy my team, and that was very interesting. So yeah, Red Guardian, he completely destroyed my Scream, and we did most of the node 4 versus whatever, instead of having the full team. Now in terms of Mobile Gamer, I don't remember if he had a full team or not. He's already on the last part, so he's facing Kestrel, he's facing Sharon Carter. Now in this part the Disrupt is very good against Captain Sam, but we also have the Disrupt from Scream, which is not a big deal. We still have the double stun and so on, so it's up to us to decide which characters to attack. So I'm finishing off my Doctor Doom, and as you saw, Red Guardian with his ISO 8 attack from Striker, he destroyed my Scream. I still don't understand why the ISO 8 attacks from the enemies is so strong, but as you can see, we are doing pretty fine. We already defeated 5 enemies, including Doctor Doom, and we are going halfway through the clock. In terms of Mobile Gamer progress, he is facing 6 enemies and he is on the same time, so let's see how it goes. I was not able to kill this Sharon Carter. I was really trying, and then of course the team started to fall off. I wanted to get rid of Sharon Carter, I wanted to get rid of Captain Sam and what's her name, Kestrel. So yeah, I didn't play the best way possible, but the fact that we were able to clear 5 enemies so fast, I think it was quite great. And now we are going to destroy Kestrel. Okay, so Kestrel is gone. OMG was able to defeat 2 enemies in that time, and we are finishing off Red Guardian and also Captain Sam. I should definitely have focused a lot more on what's her name, on Sharon Carter, but because we only had 3 characters left, I was just like, whatever, let me do as much as possible so the next guy can clear it a little bit better. So yeah, OMG is done. Once again, he was facing the second part of the node and I was facing the first part. Okay, so in conclusion, I prefer a lot more to use Scream. Comparing the footage from one team to the other, I think the one that uses Scream, it was a lot more stable. It had a lot more flexibility to solve problems that we would face, whether it was with the turn rewind, whether it was with removing positive effects on the enemies with the basic or with the special. And overall, I prefer a lot more to use Scream. She's already geared up, she already has ISO 8, she already has T4, so there is no reason for me to invest in other characters. And it's up to you, and I hope you guys let me know in the comments below if you honestly think that Miles performs better than Scream on the Doom raids. Difficulty 3. So yeah guys, that's gonna be the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, like always, smash that like button, and if you like the information on the video, make sure you share it with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you don't know Mobile Gamer yet, check his channel out, he has some cool videos sometimes. And yeah, for more Marvel Strike Force content, make sure you subscribe also for my channel, and check out regularly because we have videos almost every single day, sometimes even multiple times a day. And yeah, that's gonna be all for now, and I will see you guys later.